date. This part will become active, and then you can click there and you can see the schedule for all the teams for this first tournament and second one and so on. So this will all be here on this page, though. Bookmark it or save it as a favorite, or just keep the tab open, however it works for you. But this is where the schedules will always be updated. Any information that I have to get out to everyone will be sent through email as well, and then the website will also be updated. So you'll get kind of two ways to get that communication and information from me and from RBC. So the first one we'll talk about is the tournament schedule. The original tournament was scheduled for February 5th. That was on our website at the beginning. With TVA, and we have a couple other clubs, few teams joining as well. For all that to work, we had to move it to February 12th, which is still a Saturday. It's just the next Saturday. And we just made that change a few days ago so that we could get all the teams in the gym at the same time. That schedule will be available around February 4th. So that Friday before, we'll put it up there, and I'll send out an email letting everyone know that it's up. The typical VYVL tournament, for those that have never done it before, depending on the number of teams in your daughter's age group, it will either be pool play and then playoffs, or it might just be more pool play. So it all depends on the number of teams. Like if there's 8 teams, we can do pool play and then a round of playoff games, based on how the teams finish in pool play. Or if there's only 4 or 5 teams in an age group, we will just have pool play and then probably do another round of pool play. So teams will play between 4 to 6 matches on a Saturday one-day tournament, and usually we start at 9 a.m. with the first match, and we usually finish around 3 or 4. It all depends on how long the matches take, because they'll be best out of 3. We will also have work teams, so your daughter's team will have to work. And for working, they provide the referee. They provide like a scorekeeper, someone to flip score, and 2 line judges. So, and I'll make sure to go over all of this with the coaches and the girls, so they all understand their responsibilities for the tournaments, and we'll go over how to do each one and all that kind of stuff before we get to the first tournament in February. We do not have official rosters for the tournaments in Richmond. So there's nothing that any of you parents have to do right now for them to play in the tournaments in Richmond. This tournament, April 2nd and 3rd in Virginia Beach. So this is the one tournament that the girls will need a membership for. And it was out in the email for everyone to accept their spot on the team. They need an AAU membership. So this is the AAU volleyball website. I'll send this link out in an email on Thursday morning with all this other information too. But I just wanted you guys to kind of see it and go through it. To get their membership, you just go to membership, and then you can click on membership overview, see what it's about, and then just become a member. When you get there and do the membership, you'll have to enter a club code, which I will also put in the email. And it's a club code that will link your daughter to Richmond Volleyball Club through the AAU. So that way, when they get to this tournament in April, this is the one time we'll have to have somewhat of an official roster for each team with the coaches and each girl and their jersey number on a roster. simply because it's an AAU tournament. But we'll be playing other VYVL teams, but they're just hosting it at the same time as an AAU tournament at their new facility. So for this tournament in Virginia Beach, RBC, we don't require parents to stay at a certain hotel, or to even stay at a hotel. If you wanted to drive back and forth, or stay with friends or family or anything like that, that's fine. They will be playing on both days, so they will have pool play on Saturday the 2nd, and then most likely a playoff bracket on Sunday the 3rd. So you will have to be there at the Virginia Beach Sports Center for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And what you do in between those 2 days and playing at the gym, that is totally up to you as a parents and what the team wants to do. Maybe a team dinner, or I don't know, some team activity is fine. But we don't require anyone to stay at a hotel or at a certain hotel. If you're looking for hotels, I can tell you, we put on the website the hotel the coaches are staying at, and the address. It's the DoubleTree by Hilton. It's about a half mile from the Virginia Beach Sports Center. So that's why we chose that one, and they had enough rooms for the coaches. I will look into, if you're looking to book and haven't yet, at any hotel or Airbnb or anything. Pretty sure this is the first weekend of spring break for a lot of schools. So I would definitely start looking into booking that pretty soon. There's plenty of rooms when I booked a few weeks ago, but I would just look into that because they're going to fill up pretty quick. And there's also a girls travel team tournament that weekend in the same facility. So there will be more teams looking for hotels in the next month or so as well. So there'll be more volleyball teams. So definitely get on that search for the hotel as quick as you can for this weekend, for the weekend in April. This tournament that we're hosting on the 23rd of April, as you can see, it says final event of the season. So this will be the last day of the season for all the VYVL teams. So after April 23rd, there will be no more practices or anything like that. We will all end our season at this final tournament at Stonebridge. So this final tournament will be similar to all the other ones, with pool play, and there may be a bit of a longer playoff, depending on the number of teams that participate in this one too. But that will be the final day of the season, April 23rd.
What was the name of the where the event's going to take place?
The actual tournament is at the Virginia Beach Sports Center, down in Virginia Beach, and I can get the address for that as well, and I'll put that up on the website here too, so that when you're looking for hotels or somewhere to stay, you can kind of see how far away it is from the gym. So for these tournaments, the one in Virginia Beach, for the tournaments at RBC, we do not charge a spectator fee. So any spectators that come, we do not charge any fees for them to come in the gym. This tournament in Virginia Beach, I am not 100% sure what they're doing. I will let everyone know as soon as I find out if they're charging an entry fee for spectators, or if they're charging for parking or anything like that. I have not heard anything on it there, but for the tournaments that we host at Stonebridge over at RBC, we will never charge for parking or spectators. That's all free for you guys and for the visiting teams as well. And then another thing that's going to be up on the website in the next few days, right around in the same area with the schedules and everything is going to be the coach bios for the coaches of your teams. And so you'll have some information on there. And someone just asked a good question. There is a chance that spectators may be limited or not allowed at some point during the season. Hopefully not. As of right now at RBC and other gyms, other tournaments that we've been to this year, they haven't limited spectators yet. Some of them last year only allowed one spectator per kid per rostered athlete. So basically, if you had 12 kids on your team, you can get 12 spectators in that day. Everyone kind of does something different, but just keep in mind that it could change the week of the tournament as well, because it all depends on the city, county, and state mandates, and a lot of that stuff is out of the control of the tournament organizers, like in Virginia Beach, or even here at RBC. We've had to limit spectators at tournaments before, or not allow spectators simply because we had to maintain a certain number of people inside the gym at one time, and we couldn't, and it didn't allow for spectators. So just be flexible with that, and I will certainly keep everyone up to date. As soon as I ever hear anything, I'll just forward that email out to all of the parents so that you guys know as soon as I do what the policy is for any of these 4 tournaments that we have. But just keep in mind that could change a couple times before the tournament date. Hopefully it doesn't, but in the past they've had changes once or twice in the week leading up to the tournament, and we just kind of have to go with it and do the best that we can on that side. But we all have coach bios up on this website here as well, and then your coach or coaches will be scheduling a coach meeting or a meet and greet or something along those lines sometime within the next couple of weeks before the first tournament, whether that would be through Zoom, like what we're doing now, or before or after practice. I encourage all the coaches to do at least a short little meeting so that the parents get to kind of see the coaches and get to know them, and you get a chance to ask some questions of the coaches. All the coaches will have different ways that they want to do practice and different expectations and things like that. But that's kind of up to them. But they will certainly address that with your daughters, as a team, and then make sure everyone's on the same page. We are also looking at the biggest issue we have at practices right now is parents from all the different groups lining up in front of the exit door or the entry exit door by the front of the gym here at Stonebridge, and that is causing somewhat of a safety hazard for the kids that are coming in and leaving. So we're asking all the parents to just wait in the parking lot, pick a parking spot, and have your kids walk out to the car when you're picking them up. And then when you're dropping them off, to just pull into, even if it's a handicap spot, but just pull into a spot in the parking lot and let your kid out and let them walk over. So that way we're not creating 2 lines of traffic that the kids are walking through as they're leaving practice. Not that we haven't had any incidents, but there's and a lot of people moving around, and we want to try and limit any chance for anything bad happening. And like I said, we'll send out reminders throughout the season, because we'll have to do the same for the travel parents and all the other programs that we have. But we'd rather not have anything, any accidents or anything happen. So please just find a way to drop your kid off, have them walk out to the car. The other thing that was handed out to your kids at practice, and the last team, Coach Shear's team, will get their tickets, raffle tickets tomorrow. Everyone got raffle tickets. So they got 50 raffle tickets at their practice from Patty, who those tickets are part of the fee that you guys have paid for VYVL. So they are technically your tickets. So you have a couple of options with them. You can sell them for $1 a piece to friends, family, teachers, neighbors, whatever, and get that $50, and that'll take, you can put that towards the payment for the, just to recoup $50 from the payment for the season, or you can enter them for yourself or for your daughter or whoever, and enter those in the drawing that we have on President's Day. We have, and first is $1,000, and you do not have to be present to win. So on the raffle tickets, there's lines for first name, last name, email, cell phone number, and that sort of thing. So you do not have to be
Do we lose him? You guys hear me?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I think he's back now. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Okay.
catch the last 30 seconds of that for what it's worth.
Okay, thank you. So the raffle tickets, your daughter's got those. Those are yours, and you can sell them, or you can just use them to enter and get 50 chances to win one of the 3 raffle prizes. Just make sure to fill out all the information on each ticket so we can contact the winner, and they'll go through how to pick up their prize. The tickets, once they're filled out, they can be dropped off at practice, at the front desk here over at Stonebridge. There's a box, and it just has a big sign on before President's Day, and they will be able to they'll be automatically entered once they drop them in the box. We'll collect them from the boxes, and we'll put them all in a big bin, and they do the drawing live on Facebook on Monday of President's Day. If you didn't get tickets yet, if you're on Team Shears with Coach Katie, you'll get your tickets tomorrow at tomorrow's practice. And if you weren't at practice on Monday, you'll be able to, your daughter will get those tickets at the next practice, or you can come into the at RVC, at our main office you can grab our office as well. And make sure to ask your daughter if she has the tickets, because we had them all put them in their backpacks or bags or whatever they brought to practice, so they may still be in there. So just remind your daughter tonight to get the tickets out for you. And whatever you do, that's up to you how you want to split that up. Let's see. Okay. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I'll share my screen again, and I'll show you. We'll go over the updated COVID guidelines. So this is also on our website on the VYVL page, and you can just click on the updated COVID guidelines. We just take our guidelines straight from the CDC, and whenever they update their different things, we just issue the same updates. So you can always look there as well, because we'll follow the same thing. So right now, we're doing for anyone, again, regardless of vaccination status. If you test positive, stay home for 5 days, and all that thing. And if there is resolving after 5 days, you can come back. But again, it's just continue to wear a mask at practice, which we will do anyway, at least for the month of January. But this is what we'll follow. And this includes coaches as well, or and at tournaments and that kind of thing. So please, if your daughter tests positive, excuse me, please just let me know. And what we do on our side of RBC is, once I find out that one of the girls tested positive, we send out an email to the team, and we just say, hey, someone on the team has tested positive. We don't name the child, but we just say someone's tested positive on the team. They were at practice last Monday. Since everyone was masked, that's not considered a full exposure. So we'll continue to wear masks. But if your daughter starts to develop symptoms, just know that she's been around someone that has tested positive. So that's how we'll send it out, and then we'll go from there. If that changes, whenever they change it, I'll send out an email to all the parents, letting everyone know that it's changed, and then to double check on our website. And as you can see, this is from their website on January 4th of this year, so about a week ago. So as that changes, we'll update this page again with the most updated guidelines from the CDC, and that's what we'll follow. The tournament in Virginia Beach, their policies can be different from ours as far as masking and all of that. So I will make sure to keep all of you informed on that as well, on what they're requiring for masking versus not masking, and for the kids and for spectators, because that can change. That could be different at each tournament as well, just based on our past experience with tournaments this year and last year. Okay, that is all I have. So if you guys have questions, I think you should be able to unmute yourself to ask, or you can just type it into the chat here, and I'll be happy to answer anything that you guys have. Yes. The tournaments, the VYVL tournaments in Richmond are one day. They're all Saturdays. And then the one in Virginia Beach is both Saturday and Sunday. So that one will be 2 days. All the other ones are one day tournaments on Saturday. Let's see. Another.
How about food and stuff?
So the best way to contact coaches is through email. I would say for some coaches, they add a group me message. So for those coaches that have a group me, they should have sent it out to.
He would lose him again.
Sounds like it.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay.
Yes.
So, is there any required uniforms? So the coaches. So send them an email, or we'll set up group meets for the coaches, and they will send that info out to the parents. And then they'll use the group me messaging app to contact you guys about any practice changes or tournament updates or anything like that. We are ordering uniform shirts for the girls. So at their first practice, we went around and made sure they all had the right shirt sizes listed on their RBC account, which is where we get the sizing from. So we'll get uniforms ordered. They'll be in before the first tournament, and we'll get that out to them. They are not required to wear a certain type of short or spandex or anything like that. They can wear whatever is comfortable for them to the tournaments, just like they do for practice.
Yeah.
We don't have any uniform requirements for VYVL other than they just wear the RBC jersey that they were given, or that they'll be given towards the end of the month.
Yeah. Are you saying the volleyball meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Anything important?
Okay.
No. Someone asked what they would do for food at the tournament. He hasn't answered that yet in the sandwich study.
Well, that was my question. What food can be brought to the tournament for the girls?
So for the tournaments at Stonebridge here at RBC, you can bring in any type of food. You would just have to eat it, or we just ask that they eat upstairs in the mezzanine. Or if it's nice enough outside and you want to set up a table outside, that's fine too. But they just can't eat on the gym floor, down on the first level by the courts. But really, any kind of food is fine with us. That's generally something that the parents, coaches, and girls kind of all try and figure out what they want to do. There will be a lunch break at some point. So if they're not working or playing, they have an off match for about an hour. So that's generally the time that particular team will eat. If they don't have a break in pool play because there's not enough teams, then there will just be a pause for an hour during the day of when all the teams have a break and are able to take a break to eat lunch and have time to rest. And for the tournament in Virginia Beach, I haven't heard back from them on what their food policy is inside the gym. I would imagine it's a new facility, brand new, so I'm not sure if they will allow food inside. But again, for that tournament, since it's 2 days, they will have a match in pool play where they're not playing or working. So they will have about an hour off. So you'll have to eat and get things figured out so that they can eat during that hour break that they have off, because it'll be that hour break will be a different time for each team just based on the schedule. And I think those are all the questions that I got ahead of time or just now. Does anyone else have any other questions?